We got ourselves Vassal over for the team one. On that team, we got quite a bit of casters there with Jayhawk Wizard as well as Drew, because actually Nathan Shaman, not Elemental, but Drew going to be joining us. We got ourselves Nalx, who may be first up. No, it looks like it's going to be Vassal versus my man Krager. Immediate access for the Stormbolt as the True exchange blows with stuns back to back onto one another. Vassal trying to see if he can buy himself a little bit of space away from Krager. Is going to be another portal. Does not interrupt another portal. Actually, yes, he does. He does get to interrupt another portal, which is what he needed. Mordecai interrupted. On top of it, Kragar is on top of his game, trying to make sure that Vassal does not get to get himself a full demonic army sent down. The man is trying to put down a bacon to bring in the horde, and the man is trying to see if he can deny him that as best as he can. Kinda got a limited time. The nether portal is taken away. Eventually it's going to ramp up, and the pit lord is going to be arriving. Does have a charge to follow up. Vassal trying to see by himself in enough time in order to let the pit lord out of his cage, and the man is just going to have to deal with a demon. May be able to go for a fear in order to fear all the demons away. The pit lord is on him. The man is just getting absolutely decimated. It's actually so much damage he does. Might just have to go in for big defenses here because his health is not going to be able to handle this demonic army. He's actually super low on health. Might be going down just for the demons themselves. Super extremely low. The man is not in a great spot. Mordecai by Vassal does have a setup versus Kragar, trying to go for a fresh new Felguard. Next, Axe Toss could be extremely deadly. Does go in for the Axe Toss. No chicken available. Kragar though got nerves of steel. He's holding on to his enrage regeneration. Gets a charge off of Vassal, and the man got himself a bit of a Darkback Stormbolt to follow. Try to see if he can stay on him as best as he can. The man does end up picking up the eye by complete accent fear. Oh, all these demons reflect up. Oh, but Jayhawk gonna be up next. Is gonna have to burn off big defenses as Polymorph comes out by Jayhawk Wizard. So if anything, Krager does get, oh, he does not get the recovery. Wait, yes, he does. I was thinking the man was running Master Shepherd PvP talent, which gives you a little bit like a versatility on a moment speed when somebody around you is polymorphed, but also your polymorph targets no longer heal. I thought he was denying him any kind of healing, but he's running normal poly. Big damage on the Krager, might be in trouble. Stormbolt in order to suppress the mage a little bit. May need to go for line of sight. Good use of reflect. Does reflect a pretty big barrage back at him. Gonna be more missiles flying in. Got himself a little bit of damage as well. Needs to stay on top of Jayhawk. Trying to see if he can get counter offensive. Jayhawk could be in a lot of trouble. Does go for the ice block. Krager does not have a way to break him out, does he? Wait, how are you healing? Is that just second wind? Did Jayhawk just like do no damage for a good 6 seconds or something? 8 seconds? I guess so. But he was just able to catch up quite a bit while staying on top of the guy as best as possible. Does not interrupt him on that shooting power. Reflect onto the poly, does end up breaking past Jayhawk for just a second here, able to break out of those shackles of the roots, but second Nova comes back in right afterwards. As I think Jayhawk did use ultra time in order to get himself in a more stabilized position. Jayhawk does have some cooldowns coming back up. Big Arcane Surge at the ready within just 19 seconds. He got himself touching the magic of Breath, Ring of Frost in order to potentially stop Krager from approaching him. Krager trying to make sure he got himself a good angle. Stormbolt on a Jayhawk, expecting the Breath, expecting Poly. As long as the man got some kind of a big defensive here to deal with the damage, it may be okay. Nova to follow, does not have a way to break out of it. That's going to be Jayhawk getting himself quite a lot of procs right now in order to ramp up his damage. So potentially could have himself a big go. Krager charging in, got himself the Avatar. Second charge is ready in order to make sure he's on top of Jayhawk together with a, what is it called? Oh my god, the stun dude. What is this called? He got Stormbolt as well as he got a Shockwave. That's what it is. Reflect up versus True Lake. Got himself a defensive stance. Maybe Krager might want to go for a big defensive here if True Lake goes for full wings. Krager tried to see if he could back away while the man got him some shield defenders together with Wall. Just doesn't want to touch the Paladin. Why has he got those big defenses at the ready? Definitely want to make sure you're saving your enraged regeneration for whenever True Lake does go in for the big damage. Wings are up, immediate disarmament. Krager trying to see if he can get counter offensive, disarming the Paladin, limiting his damage, trying to see if he can put in the pressure and make the Paladin force on healing himself. Reflected with a Hodge, which is so perfect. True Lake having to go for a trick and maybe a bubble situation right here, unless he gets executed. Does go for the bubble, and Krager at this point he just knows it's just a waiting game. But a regenerating for True Lake does let him recover quite a bit. As long as he doesn't get in combat, as long as he doesn't stop regenerating, as long as he doesn't attack Krager, he does recover quite a bit of health. Now it's a bit more of an even battle between the two. Into Shockwave by Krager, trying to maintain as much crowd control as possible. Reflect in case True Lake got a hammer justice to the ready. I think Krager does have tracked up into a Stormbolt, trying to see if he can limit his ability to stun, trying to go for the execute, while able to break past it and taking him out. Drew gonna be up next as an enhancement. Shamanson got himself a lightning lasso versus Kragar, and is gonna be able to get the Earth Elemental at the ready as well. Enhancement Shamans with the full Birds build, by the way, kind of terrifying. Krager leaping away, trying to make sure he doesn't get sundered with that totem, as Droog running back in there with a fear to follow, potentially a trinket. No, he doesn't get a trinket out of Krager whatsoever. This is where Krager wants to go in for as much damage as possible. Full burst, Avatar at the ready, stun onto Droog, does get knocked back for a second. Ancient Guardians is going to be helping Droog for a little bit here, as it does help him recover health as he does damage and heals himself. Together with the wall, so that's a lot of defensives. Craggy does end up also training his own wall as well with Enraged Regeneration, so both of these competitors have used the big defensives at about similar time. If Drew can somehow survive with just the healing of Maelstrom, he may be able to get those defenses back, but I don't think Krager wants to let the duel go for that long whatsoever. Got himself a Reflect Bird down by the Shaman, but it doesn't really do that much damage back to Krager. Does get himself a charge yet again onto Druk, as he got himself mad ascendance. Does Krager have anything whatsoever? Does someone to the Shaman, denying the Wind Strikes for a good bit. That's actually perfect into a Sun Totem. Is going to end up stunning Krager, but he does go in for a Stormbolt as well. Both of the two Sunder for a second. Mad damage reversal onto Druk. Does he go down? Ready? Krager catching up a hold. Oh my goodness, this man does not want to go down without a proper fight. And now this is going to be the last one to meet the boy in combat. Krager walking into this with no trinket, not even an orc racial to feed him, with an avatar, recklesses, no commanding shout, no big stun, no wall either. Nox taking lots of damage in the opener though. This is what Krager wants to go as aggressive as possible. Nox has a fallback plan. He's playing into the bleed play style. Stormbolt onto Krager. Doesn't have himself any more survivability whatsoever. Krager is going to be very limited to what he can really do. We need to play into disarm as well as a heal. Oh, Nox does end up slamming right through him though. There's nothing you can really do. You're walking into one Fury Warrior with full cooldowns and a heal versus another Fury Warrior with cooldowns, no heal. So obviously the guy with the full CDs is gonna win. Plus, now playing a bleed build. I think, is this a one-hander build you're playing? There's no way this thing's a one-handers, right? There's gotta be a two-handers. Gonna be able to charge versus Albedo. Albedo does not really want to give him that much of an honor deal whatsoever though. Stun, full cooldowns at the ready. Albedo still playing the Crusade, so eventually gonna ramp up into like a big wombo combo. Now get himself in Rage Gem. Every Bloodthirst and every impending victory is gonna give you that valuable healing. Leap it a little over Albedo, who's trying to see if he can play into the range. Got himself full cleave into Alex, taking him out fairly quickly. My goodness, that was amazing. My man Krager walked. Why is Krager at the bottom right here? My man Krager walked in and was fighting tooth and nail through every single one of these competitors, and I think he played really well. He adapted to the mage, he adapted to the warlock, he adapted to the shaman fairly quickly, and he was able to keep trucking on and on and on. I love that performance. Let's get ourselves another one going here, boys. Yeah, that was a fantastic duel. Watching that boy play is just glorious.